Hi, it's Bill Hitchcock again, and this is our final video clip that we're going to be doing with some database work on our NBA database. So we're going to be creating a couple different reports here to demonstrate some things that we can do with the report wizard. So I'm going to click on Create and come over here under the Reports group and go to Report Wizard. And in here, it kind of takes me step by step as far as where do you want to get the information and what is it that you want to do with it. So what I'm going to do first is I want to set up a report where I'm going to get just the team table. And I would like to see, well, I want to scroll through here. I want to see the team division. And let's put in the team code, the location, and the name of the team, and how about their arena capacity? Let's hit next. It says, do you want to group this at all by team code, team division, etc.? No, let's just keep things simple. Let's just keep going next and see what happens. I can sort the records. Let's see, we can sort this by, let's do team code because that's a unique field, so we want to do that. I want to go to next. Let's see, stepped layout, sure, whatever. Or orientation is portrait or landscape. I think I should be all right with portrait. That way I could get more teams on one page. Depending on how wide my report is, we might have to flip it to landscape. Adjust the field width so all fields fit on a page. Sure, that sounds like a good idea. Let's hit next. What do we want to call this? How about if we just call it the team list? And let's preview the report, hit finish, and cross our fingers. It's not responding. Wait, here we go. And there I go. I've got a report. I've got my team list. It's got the Atlantic Division, Brooklyn, Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Toronto. I've got the team names here. It gives me the capacity of each of those arenas that they play in. And let's see, let's go all the way down here. It looks like I've got 2 pages. So let's skip to the second page just to see how that one turned out. Scroll back up to the top, and then I've got the last couple records there on it. You know, it's not a fantastic report, but to me, it's halfway decent. We've got to list all of our teams. We got it to work. That's the important part. Start simple and be happy. So I'm going to close this print preview. Which takes us into kind of the design layout. This is what would happen is if you didn't use the report wizard to create it. It gives you just kind of a blank slate, and you have to figure out what this thing even means. So that's why when you're first starting with reports, just keep it simple. Use the report wizard. You're good with that. So let's close this one up. And we've got one report done, and let me just scroll down off to the side here just to see. I've got the queries, I've got the forms, and down at the bottom there's the reports. So far so good. Let's try that again. Go to Create. Let's choose a report wizard again. And on this one, what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit, I guess a little fancier. We'll try adding some more stuff to our report. So on this one, what I want to do is I want to grab from several different tables. So I'm going to start out and choose the conference table. And I want to get my conference name, so I'll slide that over. Then I'm going to change the table to the division. I'd like to see the division name rather than just the abbreviation for those. So we'll put that in. Then let's get the team, and we'll do the team location, the team name. Let's see if we can squeeze the team arena, and we'll get the team or the arena capacity. Let's hit next. It says this is how you want to group this together. I want to do it by conference, by division, by team. That sounds right. So let's click next. Do I want to do any grouping? No, I don't. This looks good so far because team location, we've only got, really one, Los Angeles, that would need to be grouped there, so we don't need to do that. Let's choose and see what we've got for us sorting this. We want to sort by the team location within all of that. But then down here, I want to go to summary options because I've got a numeric field that I can work with, the capacity. So let's find out what happens when we check all these options. I can do the sum to get the grand total capacity for the entire league and so on. The average, the min, the max, let's do that. I want to see both the detail and summary so I can kind of check everything through. And then finally, we've got this one last checkbox, calculate the percent of sum for the totals. Yeah, let's do that. And hit OK. So that looks good. Let's hit next. Now this one, because I have both the team name, the location, their name, and the arena, I know that all those are fairly wide fields. So I'm going to flip this to landscape and see if we can get everything to fit a little bit better that way. And now let's hit next. I want to say what is my report. Let's say it's our conference seating capacity report. And let's preview this and hit finish and let it turn away for a minute. There's the design view and here's my report. Again, if you want to work on it, we could try to get this a little bit better, but the title of our report shows up at the top here, the conference seating report. We've got the Eastern Conference starting out. We start with the Atlantic Division. I've got my teams there, and then off to the side you can see there's the capacity for each of those. The sum for the Atlantic Division would be almost 100,000 people. On average, it's 19.5. The min and max, you can see that. And the 17.12% is the percent out of the grand total capacity for the NBA. A little farther down, we can see here's the Central. And again, we're at about 17%, which makes some sense. All these stadiums are roughly the same, so that all of those should be about 17%. We can go through the different pages here to see how this looks. Here's page 2, looking pretty good. Here's page 3, and at the bottom of page 3, our grand total, it's a little bit chopped off here. You can see it's like 280,000. I can kind of read that. 570,000. Again, we can kind of read that information, but it's a little bit tough to see. So you can tweak your report just a bit. If you close the print preview, it puts us into the design mode. And down at the very bottom here, we've got the report footers. And here's our grand total. We had the sum. So if I click on that cell to select it, and then just drag this out a little bit farther. And I'll do the same thing here for the conference sum. See if I can get up there. Sorry, my computer's acting up a little bit. Let's try clicking on this one. Drag this over a little bit to the left. Probably a little bit too far. Oops. Drag that back in. And let's change our view and see if this makes a bit of a change. So let's try the print preview and try this one more time. So page 1, that all looks the same. Let's go to the last page. So I come down here. choose the last page, and now you can read those final sums a little bit better. I guess I didn't do a real great job trying to line things up as well as I could have, but you can kind of tweak that and play with it and make it look a little bit nicer. But you can see it only took us 10 minutes, and here we've got two really great reports that give us a lot of information. So give something like this a try. Make sure you include a numeric field into your report, and then you can quickly get the sum, the average, those descriptive stats that are so useful to us. So let me close back out of print preview here, and I'll close this report. It says, do you want to save it? Yes, I do. And if I look over to the left here, I've got my two different reports that we can now run, and things are good. So that should get you through just about all the Microsoft Access database work that we want to get done. Try it out with a couple different databases, see how you can work with it, clean up those databases, do the queries, do the forms, do the reports, and you should be good.